What obsolete technology is still surprisingly useful? I've changed the batteries in my calculator once in 30 years. Walkie-talkies are still very useful, despite cell phones existing with a seemingly similar function. I have oil lamps and boxes of kitchen matches in 5 rooms. Besides being pretty antiques, they are good for power outages. Mechanical buttons in car dashboards. I don't know why every control has to be accessed via touchscreen. As a student pilot, maps. So far in my training, we've been using maps as our main source of navigation and GPS as a sort of backup. This could just be because I'm a student, and this might change when I'm a licensed pilot. My 1996 Kylie Minogue calendar can be used this year. Every 28 years the days match up. Analog radios. I have a dictaphone I keep by my bed. I sleep poorly and use an old iPod with podcasts and a pillow speaker to try and sleep. Sometime I think of things or remember things, or a podcast inspires something, so I record it. Sometimes it is days later I download it and I am really amazed how useful my past self can be. I always thought he was an ass. I still borrow DVDs from my local library. Cheapest streaming service there is, and with infallible quality control. They don't have bad movies. Edit. By quality I mean the movie itself, not the condition of the DVD. Yes, scratch discs are a problem, but since I started giving them a good wipe every time I haven't had an issue. Wired headphones. Zero interference and no need to charge. Just have to find a phone or device that has a jack. People laugh at me for still holding onto my DVDs and Blu-rays, especially since I also like to stream, but when the office gets moved around to a new service for the umpteenth time and they don't want to take 5 minutes to find a way to pirate it, they'll be grateful for my box set. Pager. Still used by the medical profession because it's more reliable in the hospitals where cell phones get no reception. AM radio and ham radio. COBOL. All the folks who know it are dying off and banks still run on it. https://www.pcmag.com/articles/ibms-plan-to-update-cobol-with-Watson. Pagers. After working at a hospital I can say those dams keep you updated faster than smartphones. Mechanical clocks. Power does go out now and then. Microfilm and microfiche. I work at a public library reference department, and every day I'm showing somebody how to use these beauties. Some of our holdings, particularly our microfilm scrapbooks and defunct newspapers, aren't practically available in any other medium. Not to mention, online newspaper archives are also at the whim and financial survival of the publisher, as we found out to our chagrin. Our local newspaper stopped microfilming itself 6 years ago, and the originals we keep are growing more yellowed by the day. They also take up as much room as 3 microfilm cabinets, each of which can probably hold up to 480 reels of 35mm film. I have my grandmother's hand crank meat grinder from Germany. I use it only occasionally to grind actually meat, but if I'm making nut butter, running it through the meat grinder initially saves a lot of time, as well as wear and tear on the blender. iPod MP3 MP4 player. Phones can work in a similar way, but with their battery capacity, it's better to have a separate device for music or audiobooks. Physical paper calendars. Nothing beats the feeling of having a physical calendar on the wall which you can write on and check in an instant without having to pull out your phone. It's even better if you grew up with physical calendars. Zune. I can leave it anywhere and no one will steal it. Of course they don't know what it is either.